So Brighton has turned 19 months as of October 7th, and my gift for him was that I weaned him from the boob. Now, whether or not he liked it or not, I decided just to no longer serve him that wonderful boob that he's grown to love. Now, the reason I had decided to stop nursing him is because we were down to nursing about just once a day. And at that, he would only nurse for about 1 to 2 minutes, and then he'd lose interest. You know, he'd look away, or he'd start playing with my hair, or else he'd just pop off and just take off running across the room. And so I kind of realized, okay, I think he's over this. We were nursing about 3 to 4 times a day, and I had slowly started to drop that down to just once and twice a day. And by the time I had gotten down to once a day, I would tell him whether he nursed in the morning or afternoon or in the evening. After he had nursed that one time for the day, I would tell him the next time he requested it that day, I would tell him, you know, I'm sorry, Brighton, you already nursed today. We're only nursing once a day. That's it. All gone. Boob's all gone. You have to wait till tomorrow. And he would whimper and whine a little bit, but would quickly get over it. I would get him interested in toys or offer him something else, either juice, milk, water. Once we were down to once a day, it was pretty easy to basically stop. Now, I did offer him a sippy cup filled with warm cocoa. I'd make him a cup of hot cocoa and dilute it with cold milk to make it kind of lukewarm, you know, so it wouldn't burn his mouth or anything. It'd be just warm enough to kind of calm him down and soothe him, so that it was kind of similar to breast milk. Now, the reason I went with hot cocoa instead of like just warm milk is because he's not really a fan of milk, or he wasn't. He is now. Now he loves regular milk. And so what I would do is, whether it was in the morning or evening, because that was typically when he would choose to nurse, I would make him a cup of hot cocoa. I would ask him, Brighton, you want hot cocoa? And if he said yes, I'd make it for him. I'd get his blankie, we'd lay on the couch, I would just have him like this on my shoulder, say this is his face, he'd be facing out, and I'd just kind of have him relaxing with my arm around him while he's got his little sippy cup, and we would just cuddle. We'd just cuddle on the couch while he was, you know, sipping away on his hot cocoa. He totally enjoyed it, and that really helped make the transition from boob to, you know, no boob, basically. He hasn't nursed in almost a month. It's been about 3 weeks now, and he's totally fine. He doesn't even ask for it anymore. Last night, he actually looked at my shirt. I was wearing a low-cut shirt, and he kind of pulled my shirt open and kind of saw what was in there, looked up at me, smiled, and then just kind of put his head, you know, back on my shoulder and finished sipping his sippy cup. Kind of like he looked in there and was like, oh, I remember you. And that was it. He was fine. He didn't even ask for it, and so we're totally done with it. My recommendation is to kind of slowly wean them down to just once a day, maybe twice a day, and then once they hit that once to twice a day max, tell them at that point that, you know, the next time they request it, that, you know, sorry, we already, you know, nursed once a day or twice a day. You know, it's all gone. You know, can't have it anymore. Sorry, you have to wait till tomorrow. And we did that for about 2 months until I finally nixed it and just offered him hot cocoa instead and a cuddle with mama. Now, the reason I started the cuddle is because that way he's still getting that closeness, that connection to me while sipping on the warm liquid to kind of simulate that. And he's done well with it. It helped transition, you know, it transitioned him very easily over to being a big boy and no longer needing the breast. I kind of miss it, but, you know, it's getting kind of big. It's kind of weird now. So my fears in weaning him were that I was actually afraid of engorgement. I was afraid of sensitivity and being sore and swollen. And from what I heard, I thought it was supposed to be, you know, just this horrendous pain and swelling and just, oh no, you know. But I did fine. They swelled up a little. They're still a little swollen, but, you know, not really. I gave myself a little squeeze the other night and like a little drop came out. But like, other than that, my milk's just about gone. I'm a little sore, just a little sore. On a scale of 1 to 10, it's only about a 2.5, maybe a 2. I'm not really that swollen. I'm typically about a small to mid B cup, and I think I may have swollen up to maybe a small, very, very small C cup. So that's about it. They didn't swell. It wasn't as horrible as I thought it was going to be. I didn't have to put ice packs on myself. I actually adjusted very well to the weaning, so that's good. That's good, you know. Did better than I thought I was going to do with it. And that's about it. You know, I did okay. He did okay. We're good. He's no longer nursing. He's a big boy now. He's enjoying life. He's thriving. He actually knows, I'm not even exaggerating, he knows about 200 words. I can probably post that in another video, all the words he knows, he says. He's like ridiculously smart. It's pretty scary. I think by 17 months he had already known like 120 words, maybe at least 100 words. And then by 18 months it was more like 150, and then now forget about it. He learns about 2 to 3 words a day and uses them properly. The funniest word he knows is backhoe, which if you guys don't know what that is, it's actually a construction vehicle. You know, it's like one of those big yellow cats with a little hoe that digs into the ground, you know, scoops stuff up. It's on Bob the Builder. Watch the show. It's Scoop, I think his name is a backhoe, basically. And that's his favorite word. He happened to see one the other day, and I told him it was a backhoe, and so he uses that all the time. Whenever he sees something that even resembles a backhoe, he says backhoe. So that's the funniest word I think that he knows. And that's it. Okay, so I hope you guys are doing well, and best of luck to you on weaning your toddlers. And I hope they take to it just as well as Brighton did. You know, could care less about it now, so that's awesome. I thought he would have a harder time than he did, but he did great. So I hope your toddlers do just as well. All right, I'll talk to you guys later, and see you next time. Bye.